What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RT here, and I hope y'all having a good 2022 so far. Today we're gonna do a news update on what's been going on with Dead by Daylight in their last community Q&A. There was quite a few things that were brought up. 4 specific things that we're gonna get into. There were other things, like the grade rewards are going up, but that was no secret. We already knew that. Somebody asked for practice mode. That's not happening. Duh. Stuff about dead hard changes, early mechanics not happening. People still want early mechanics for some reason. Perk search bar is, I guess, not happening. Somebody asked for that. I still don't understand why. It's an alphabetical order. You just gotta know your alphabet. But with that being said, we're gonna talk about the 4 things that they brought up that I think is worth mentioning out of the whole deal. But if you like this kind of thing, let me know in the comments. Also hit that like button. It'll really help and I would really appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button. It's free. It's free and it helps your boy out. Also hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss anything. And, leave a comment, like I said. I read them all the time and I do appreciate any feedback. Also, share it with a friend. Spread the word out. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start with the first thing, which is about skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking has been an issue for Dead by Daylight players lately because of the issue of you can have one decent game with somebody your skill level and you win, escape, or get the most kills. But then the next game, if somebody leaves that's in your skill level, like the best way to explain it is when you're Survivor and you win against somebody your skill level. Then you go into another game and you load up and there's a killer that is your skill level, but you're waiting on another Survivor. That Survivor shows up, but the killer got tired of waiting, so the killer leaves. Well, the next killer you get might be somebody either way below you, or where it makes it also no fun, or somebody way above you that also makes it no fun. And the reason is because speed. They know it takes a while in queue times. The queue times are long. So basically, the skill-based matchmaking is, after so long, is like, oh shit, they finally got our game. They got left. I don't want to make them wait another 20 minutes. Who's the next one? This one, very next one. Blam. He's nowhere near it, but you know what? Now they can at least get a game in. That's basically what's happening. So they didn't say they were going to fix it. They didn't say they weren't going to fix it, but I think it's safe to say that if they know what it is, they probably are looking at it, which is good, which is very good. The next thing that we're going to talk about is Ghostface and Legion updates are happening. No exact date. They didn't say it was in the near future. They didn't say this year even. So we don't know when it's going to happen, but at some point, Ghostface and Legion are getting updates. I don't play Legion often, so I don't know if he really needs a rework. I did play Ghostface the other day, and I think he's pretty strong, but hey, I'm not the developers. So, with that being said, we're coming up to the 2 biggest ones here, which our first one is the big change to Boon Circle of Healing. It is getting nerfed. Circle of Healing is getting nerfed, as you know right now, as they are. When you have, the tiers were 90, 95 to 100 to all healing. Which was ridiculous. It is still ridiculous. I mean, you have two people alone within seconds. You have somebody healed, and if you have 4 people running that, it's insanely powerful. And that's if I've ran into it, but it's also far in between. But it's very frustrating when you do run into it. Even if 2 people have it, it's very frustrating. But it is what it is, and you got to fight through it, right? But it is getting nerfed. And it is getting nerfed about basically 25% because we got 65, 70 to 75% to all healing speed on the next chapter. So I think that's pretty good. The only thing I'm worried about is they said if they feel like it needs to be nerfed again, they will nerf it again. I feel like if you make it go any lower than that, it's going to make it a pointless perk. So I think where they're putting it is a pretty decent spot. It's not too powerful, but it's not completely destroyed either. So we got that. The new event is coming January 25th. The tiger stripe one. I can't remember the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. But the biggest thing that I think was brought up, and apparently many other people, is that a question was asked. It was the very first question of the stream, so it was kind of funny. The best question was asked first, and that are you looking to make Borrowed Time and Decisive Strike a base kit? Which they said this.
And they ask, will there ever be base kit Borrowed Time or Decisive Strike to address tunneling and camping?
We have no plans to make Decisive Strike base kit.
Okay, I noticed you only mentioned Decisive Strike there. Do we
Notice how they only said there's no plans at making Decisive Strike a base kit. Borrowed Time was never mentioned, which makes me think, and a few others think, that Borrowed Time will become a base kit. And then later on, they also talked about how they are working on looking at face camping, which that would be a pretty decent way, because if the killer sits there face camps you, somebody gets you off the hook, doesn't matter who it is, and then the killer tries to hit you, they're gonna have to hit you twice. You know, the only thing is, you know, most experienced killers will respect the Borrowed Time, so you're gonna have them do that. You know, and it's going to be one of those things where, you know, at the end game, it's going to be very frustrating. Like, when you're at the very late game, as a killer, it's going to be frustrating. But I play both sides, so I look at both sides. It is very good. It might stop some of the tunneling and face camping. Maybe not face camping, because then they can still try to grab somebody, or at least get them weakened, or whatever have you be. But I'm glad that they're looking at that. So yeah, real quick, they figured out what skill-based matchmaking is. We don't know if they're working on it, but they at least know what it is, so they might. Ghostface Legions are going to get reworked, not anytime soon, but at some point we will be getting reworked Ghostface and Legions. Boon Circles of Healing, once again, are 90, as of right now, 90, 95, and 100% to all healing speeds. But I think the next chapter is what they said, I believe. It'll be down 25% to 65, 70 to 75% to all healing speed. But if that's still too much, it may get nerfed again. I don't think it should be. I think that's a pretty good set spot. But obviously the biggest one, Borrowed Time, may become a base kit. They didn't say it was definitely going to be, but when it was also asked about Decisive Strike in the same question, all they had to say was that Decisive Strike, there was no plans on making Decisive Strike a base kit thing, but they never said anything about Borrowed Time, which I think is great. But you know what? You let me know. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you like the nerf of the Circle of Healing? Are you excited for a Ghostface Legion rework? I am excited for all of it, but let me know in the comments. And once again, don't forget, I do read every comment. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps the boy out. Hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. Share it. Put it out there. You know? What's up? So, with that being said, always remember, be great to yourself. Be good to others. Tell somebody you care about them. Peace.